Welcome viewers. In today's extended video, we will comprehensively cover the fascinating history and complex geopolitics of Antarctica, Earth's southernmost and most enigmatic continent. As mentioned, Antarctica has no indigenous human population due to its incredibly harsh climate. The coldest temperature on record is a frigid 89 degrees Celsius, and winds can blast at over 300 kilometers per hour. With only about 50 millimeters of precipitation annually, Antarctica is classified as a desert. It is the driest, windiest, and coldest continent on Earth. Now let's go further back in time to the origins of Antarctica in ancient Greek philosophy. Around 350 BC, Aristotle theorized the Earth was spherical and deduced there must be a landmass at the southern pole to balance the known northern lands. The Greeks named this hypothetical southern land Terra Australis, meaning southern land. For centuries, Terra Australis only existed on maps. In 1773, British explorer James Cook became the first person to cross the Antarctic Circle. While not sighting land, he recorded seeing icebergs with embedded rocks, proving Terra Australis must exist. It wasn't until the 1820s and 1830s that fur sealers and explorers like James Weddell provided the first undisputed sightings of Antarctica. The heroic age of Antarctic exploration began in the 1890s as expeditions raced to make geographical discoveries. In January 1895, a Norwegian team landed on Antarctica, likely being the first to set foot on the mainland. The expedition was led by Carsten Borchgrevink, who may have been the first person to step onto the continent. Over the next few decades, major expeditions were launched by explorers like Robert Scott, Roald Amundsen, Ernest Shackleton, and Richard Byrd. They mapped coastlines, surveyed inland regions, and conducted scientific research. Many lost their lives in the perilous pursuit of conquering Antarctica. Some key achievements include: 1. In 1911, Roald Amundsen led the first expedition to reach the South Pole. 2. In 1912, Robert Falcon Scott reached the South Pole a month later but died on the return journey. 3. In 1914-1917, Ernest Shackleton led the Imperial Trans-Antarctic Expedition, but his ship Endurance was trapped in ice and sank. 3. His crew miraculously survived months stranded on ice floes. 4. From 1928-1930, Richard Byrd led expeditions that conducted the first flights over the South Pole and pioneered the use of aircraft in Antarctica. This heroic age was followed by the colonial period as 7 countries staked claims to sectors of Antarctica between 1908 and 1942: Argentina, Australia, Chile, France, New Zealand, Norway, and the United Kingdom. Their claims overlapped, causing disputes. Nations raced to establish research stations and assert sovereignty. As you can see on this map, the claims conflict in several regions. The UK has the largest claim, followed by Australia and Argentina. Chile's claim encircles the South Pole. Some claims are delimited by precisely defined borders and meridians, while others rely on vague lines of longitude. Tensions grew as the Cold War emerged after World War II. The US and Soviet Union began major Antarctic expeditions without making any claims. Fears arose that the frozen continent could become an arena for conflict and nuclear proliferation. In 1959, the Antarctic Treaty was signed to preempt superpower rivalry over Antarctica. It demilitarized the continent, guaranteed scientific freedom, banned nuclear testing, and suspended all territorial claims. The treaty has since expanded to over 50 member nations. But it only temporarily freezes claims until 2048, leaving Antarctica's future governance uncertain. India initially opposed the treaty and wanted the UN to govern Antarctica. But just before a pivotal 1983 UN meeting, India suddenly signed the treaty to become a consultative member. India has steadily expanded its Antarctic research program over the past few decades. It now operates multiple research stations, including Maitree and Bharati. In 1991, the Madrid Protocol banned mining and oil drilling for 50 years. It designates Antarctica as a natural reserve for peace and science. India has signed the protocol along with other nations. But concerns persist over illegal fishing, bioprospecting, and the eventual expiration of these protections in 2048. Major discoveries from international research cooperation include: 1. In the 1950s, scientists uncovered evidence that Antarctica was once part of the supercontinent Gondwana that slowly broke apart over millions of years. 2. Research has revealed Antarctica's ice sheets are up to 4.8 kilometers thick and contain 90% of the planet's freshwater. 3. Scientists drill deep ice cores that provide insights into atmospheric composition and climate patterns going back 800,000 years. 3. Evidence from ice cores has been instrumental in studying climate change. And those are just a few of the fascinating insights gained about Antarctica over the past century. That concludes our extensive look at the captivating history and complex geopolitical issues surrounding Antarctica. Thank you for watching this video. Let me know your thoughts and reactions in the comments below. Looking forward to continuing the conversation.